Hey guys, this video is on the new moon in Aquarius, which happens on the 4th of February 2019 at 3 minutes past 9 in the evening, and that's based on London, UK time. I'm going to give you a rundown of what this new moon is about, how you can make the most of it, and a new moon is the moon pulling in a lot of energy, so it's suctioning in a lot of Aquarian energy, and I'm going to talk about how you can use that to your advantage and use this new moon to really plant seeds of intention which are going to grow and which you can see blossoming over the next 30 days and beyond. Okay, so first of all, the basics. A new moon is when the sun and the moon conjunct each other, so they sit next to each other. They're both at 15 degrees here on this new moon on the 4th of February, and the moon is pitch black. It's not shining, it's not open for business, it's closed. It's recharging its batteries, it's at the petrol station getting some fuel in the tank so it can get ready for its next monthly cycle, and so that it can shine and complete itself when it's a full moon and then wane again and get some more fuel. So here we go. It's pulling in Aquarius energy. Aquarius is an air sign. It's the sign of the humanitarian, the age of Aquarius. It's about connecting with other people and being forward thinking, and not just thinking about yourself as the center of the universe, but thinking of yourself as a part of a greater whole, and being a humanitarian in a sense that you want to create and innovate good things that are going to benefit you, but that will also benefit the whole world and other people. Now, 15 degrees, 1 in 5 is 6, and 6 is a doorway. It's a temporary opportunity that opens up. And what you're downloading here on the 4th of February is information. It may be technical information, it may be something that you invent, it may be something that's future oriented. It may be something that has to do with making some existing technology or some way of working or thinking more effective. So social perceptions, anything that has to do with society and influencing the society through something physical or practical that you invent or that you communicate and change to make things more inclusive, you're going to get a download like that, and that opportunity then opens for you to take that idea, to run with it, and to implement it in reality. So during the new moon, pay a little bit of attention to the time. So it's 3 minutes past 9 in the evening in the UK. So at 9 o'clock, sit down and open your mind and imagine it as this giant funnel that's just capturing all of the meteors of ideas that are plopping down from the universe, and you have this funnel that goes right into your head. Now, if you're in the States on the East Coast, it's going to be 5 hours earlier. So it's going to be what? 9. It's going to be at 4 in the afternoon, right? Yeah. 4 in the afternoon if you're in the States on the East Coast. If you're on the West Coast, it's going to be 8 hours behind. So it's going to, yikes, it's going to be 6. It's going to be 1 o'clock in the afternoon. If you're in Dubai, I think it's 2 or 3 hours ahead, so it's going to be around midnight. If you're in Hong Kong or in Australia, it's going to be on the 5th of February. All you need to do is find out round about what time this is happening, because like the tides changing, you know, low tide and high tide in the oceans, this new moon, when they actually sit together, the moon moves very quickly through the sky, so it's not going to sit next to the sun very long. And it's just that opportunity within an hour, you've got like an hour window here to really download this amazing information, and that's going to open a door for you, like I said, to inspire you, to give you a new idea, a new thought that you can work with and implement, and that will change society and be of service to the greater good. No, be of service to humanity. And yeah, you're doing something for the greater good. You're adding value to other people's lives. And when you add value to other people's lives, you get value back. First of all, by being recognized and applauded. Thank you for adding value to our lives. We love you. Being paid. And also having a sense of fulfillment. Wow, I invented a way to clean water in areas where water is really dirty, and I'm helping thousands and thousands of people. I feel so proud of myself for that. So this is the kind of idea that can come in, and Aquarians are great at really thinking outside of the box, and they're the innovators and they're the inventors of our society. So you're tapping into that. You're stealing some of that wonderful Aquarius energy, so all of us can be humanitarians here during this new moon. Mercury is 4 degrees away. Mercury is the communication planet that's also in Aquarius. So communication is going to be really easy, but Black Moon Lilith is there, 1 degree away from Mercury, and Black Moon Lilith represents the ego. It wants to sabotage you. So Black Moon Lilith is going to say, you can't do this by yourself, you're not educated enough, you're not clever enough, you don't have the practical skills and tools to do this, so let someone else deal with this wonderful idea and pass it on. And that is, if you've ever thought of something and then you've seen it, like if we've all experienced this, I think. We've all thought of something that we could create that would make life easier, like Velcro on the sides of trousers or something to open them up or whatever it is, and you decide, ugh, I'm gonna leave it to someone else because I just don't have the time and I work at this job and I don't know anything about patenting or copywriting stuff or trademarking things, so I'm just going to leave it to other people to do it. And then you see it actually being made in reality by other people, and you want to kick yourself because you're like, wow, someone followed through on that and they're making a ton of money with it and they've added value to the world, and I could have done that, and I passed up that opportunity. So as always, the ego is right there trying to sabotage you, and it's going to say, pass it on to someone else, you can't do it. So don't listen to that voice. Listen to Mercury in Aquarius, the communication planet, which says you are as smart and intelligent as anyone else, and you can educate yourself about things like trademarking if you don't know how to do it. And you can follow certain steps, and you don't need to give up on this. You can follow through and make this happen. You can make this a reality, so you can be super motivated, and the ego wouldn't bother trying to sabotage you if there wasn't anything good that would come out of this. The greater the purpose, or the bigger the obstacle, the greater the purpose is on the other side. So because there is some great purpose that you're able to create today, That's why the ego is getting involved in trying to sabotage you, because it doesn't want you to achieve great things. It wants to keep you small and unhappy and like, eh. So the fact that the ego is even getting involved here, reading between the line, is a great indicator that you have something wonderful to add here. So just download the information, embrace it, run with it, and know that you can do it. Now let's see what aspects the moon makes with other planets. So the new moon forms a sextile, which means it's 60 degrees away from Jupiter, the lucky planet, which is at 18 degrees in Sagittarius. So 1 in 8 is 9, that's spirituality and completion, and Sagittarius is the Centaur. Very much associated with higher realms of knowledge, education, being teachable. The good luck planet supports you in terms of your ideas, and the real good luck is that it says, listen buddy, you have this great idea and I'm going to give you the hooves to actually do the legwork and make it a reality. So you're not just on 2 legs doing the legwork, you've now got the Centaur, you've got four legs that are going to allow you to move forward to realize this goal, and you get grounded and practical so that you can actually make this happen and not just dismiss it, which is what we usually do when we get great ideas. Oh, it's too complicated, I'll never make it. And then the ego is sitting there going, see, I sabotaged them again, it didn't work, hooray. So Jupiter is on your side. Let's see what other relationships it forms. There's a semi-square, 45 degrees, to Chiron at 29 degrees in Pisces. Chiron is the wounded healer. It's the part of the chart that's most difficult until you transform it to become your greatest strength. 29 makes it even more powerful because it's on the cusp. Whenever anything is at 1 or 29 degrees, it's super charged. And 29 degrees, 2 and 9 is 11. And 11 is the master number of service, and it's in Pisces. So the way to heal Chiron and to make this a great strength for you to work with is if you just allow your mind to be open and to kind of take on a meditative state during the new moon and just say, okay, new moon, you're happening, it's 3 minutes past 9, I'm here with you, what is it that you want me to know? And that's how you heal Chiron. Chiron is another centaur. Chiron is the centaur who taught medicine to the other gods and sacrificed himself at the end. So not only do you have 4 legs, you've now got 8 legs. So the universe really supports you in taking practical action to do this and to implement it solo, by yourself, without support, and to be able to implement this by yourself. I remember Joan Rivers did a show called How'd You Get So Rich? And she visited this guy who invented those fake buck teeth. And it's so silly. I mean, it adds value, I suppose, in the sense that you get a bit of a laugh out of it. Like these horrible teeth that you could stick in and look like terrible. So I guess it adds value. But also, I mean, as plastic, it doesn't add that value. It just pollutes the planet on another level. But this guy was a gazillion, well, had millions and millions and millions because of this idea to create buck teeth and make people laugh. You're gonna have a better idea than that, okay? It's going to be more helpful, but I'm just telling you, it can be as simple as something like that. And it's not about the money, it's about adding something to the world that you think is going to be valuable to the world and is going to serve the world and make it a better place. Any other relationships? I'm just looking. So I've had this sextile with Jupiter, yep. The semi-square with Chiron. There's a sesqui square 135 degrees away from the midheaven at 0 degrees in Cancer. Now Cancer is a water sign. It's very much about nurturing other people. And at 0 degrees you get the quintessential nature of Cancer. The midheaven usually has to do with work. So this is going to be an idea that is designed to nurture and help other people, so it adds value. So that's another confirmation that this is really going to be something practical. It could be something medical, it could be teaching, it could be helping people to get in touch with their feelings or connecting with their own emotions, or to be creative, or to express themselves creatively, or taking care of themselves and other people. Cancer is very much about healing and healing other people. So yeah, a humanitarian who has an idea that helps people and heals them in some way. There's another sesqui square, ooh, I'm glad I'm seeing all of these now, with the rising sign also at 0 degrees in Libra. So this is a very pure kind of energy. We have, you know, the 2 Centaurs, which is rare. We have all of these zeros and the Centaur at 29 degrees, so particularly strong. The rising sign at 0 degrees, so we get the true Libra energy. Libra, if you look at the glyph of Libra, is a bridge with a speed bump in it. So this idea is going to be picked up by other people, and there's not going to be a block in terms of, oh, what a stupid idea, we're never going to implement this. People will be excited about what you come up with, and it's going to be like, wow, that's great, yeah, I'm on board. Pitch me the idea. Ask me to invest. Let's get this book published. Let's make this happen. Or I'm going to overcome this and get people on board, and we're going to get this manufactured, and we're going to get this made. Other people are not a problem. Other people are a luck factor here in your life, because when you share the idea, and the thing that you download, the divine message that you download, may be about other people. It may be about helping other people. So as soon as you mention it to others, they'll be excited and on board. So don't keep this to yourself. Share it with other people, although make sure you trademark it or you secure it in some way so that the idea isn't stolen. Remember, be street smart, and then tell other people about it. It's going to help people connect more easily with one another. Okay, so I'm just tilting the chart around a bit to see if there are any other aspects that I may have missed. No. So those are the aspects that the new moon in Aquarius forms. But what I'm also seeing in the chart overall, what you'll see is this big red square. Do you see that? I'll put some lines on it so people can see. It connects, it's kind of iffy, it connects the North Node in Cancer with Uranus and Mars in Aries, the South Node, Pluto, in Capricorn, and Pallas Athena at 28 degrees in Libra. So a Grand Cross is always an energy that gives you lots of drive and energy, but it's kind of anxious energy, and it's like, I've got to do all of this, and it's kind of frantic, frenzied kind of energy. It says I have to do everything at once, and because it's so overwhelming, it can often end up with you doing nothing, because it's just like, oh, there's just too much going on. And especially with an idea dropping into your mind like this, that's meant to add value and is meant to help other people, this Grand Cross is another way for the ego to try and sabotage you, because it's going to say, okay, on this day you have to be creative and take care of people, you have to be totally independent and come up with something new and be totally free in terms of how you do this. You can't involve anyone else, which you totally can. I have to communicate it in a way so that people immediately know that it's going to transform their lives. So I'm going to have to work magic in terms of presenting myself, and I'm going to have to do this all alone to educate people, to remove the scales from their eyes and to get them to see this wonderful project for the value it has for them. And I have to do this all at once. You don't have to do it all at once. If you think like that, it's really going to put you off. It's going to be like, oh, I can't do all of that in one day. So take it slowly, download the idea, get it, if it's a tangible thing, get it copyrighted or trademarked or register it so that it's yours, and then one step after the other. Start by independently getting it going, share with other people, start working on it, and then over the next couple of weeks and months, get this realized. You don't have to achieve this. This isn't going to be achieved in one day. It's not going to be, the new moon happens at 3 minutes past 9. You're not going to be done with this at 6 minutes past 9. You may be finished with it in terms of the idea kind of plopping into your head, but the actual legwork is going to take a little bit longer. So don't be discouraged by that, embrace it, and if you've got a job or if you already have a lot on your plate, make a little bit of space and time for this. Carve out some time in your daily routine to implement this, because it's really going to make your life better, make other people's lives better, and once you've done it, it's a passive income that's just there helping you. So you can really transform your finances through this. I should have turned the lights on. I can't really see any other major aspect patterns here. I don't see a grand trine, which is a big blue triangle. No, just that grand cross. No mystic rectangle. Nope. So that's what I see. And the luck factor is other people. Other people are going to be on board like that. Remember that. You also have super belief in yourself. That's going to really help. You have those 8 legs, remember, 8 hooves to make the dream a reality and to walk through that doorway of opportunity. The new moon is at 6 degrees, a temporary opportunity, so gallop on through. Through communication, it's going to transform your working life if you go with this, and it's going to be something that you absolutely love because you're proud of it and it helps other people. The good luck planet is on your side. Communication is on your side, so make the time to put yourself in a meditative state. If you've never meditated a day in your life, doesn't matter. Just around the time of the new moon, just sit there, close your eyes, and say, what is it that I need to know? And just sit there, and you'll get distracted because nothing's happening, and you'll be like, should I have falafels for dinner tonight, or should I make spaghetti? Then go back to just being in the moment and say, what is it that I need to know? That's your mantra. So you get distracted, I have to plug in my phone, go back to the mantra, what is it that I need to know? You get distracted, oh, my foot hurts. Go back to the mantra, what is it that I need to know that's going to add value to other people's lives and my life? And keep doing that. You'll be distracted a lot if you're anything like me for the first 10 minutes, but after 10 minutes, you're going to go into that meditative state. You're going to go out of the alpha conscious brain waves and you're going to go down to delta or theta, which is where you can access the subconscious mind, and you're not as distracted anymore, and you're calmer, so you're not as distracted. And just keep repeating the mantra, what is it that I need to know? And if it's totally quiet, just enjoy the quiet and keep doing it until the thing that you need to know presents itself. It may present itself as an image, as a done deal, this is what it will look like, or as a simple sentence that just comes into your mind, or it may be a smell or a feeling that leads you to an image. It can come through whichever way you're most open. So it will use whatever kind of channel that you use to process information, and it will use where it's easiest for you to process things. So if you're a visual learner, it will be visual. If you're someone who's more abstract, it'll come through more in a more abstract form. So just do that, and I would sit there for at least an hour and make that investment, because this is really a fabulous moon which is going to help humanity, and we need help. We need to help each other. We need to let go of competition and hurting each other and seeing each other as different and separate, and start seeing each other as a human family. And this new moon is about giving people ideas that are going to nurture and help others and bring them together and make it clearer that we are a human family. And you can be part of that. And as far as missions go, and as far as contributions to planet Earth go, that's the biggest contribution that you can make. You'll be remembered forever. It'll be your legacy. And you can really do something that's great. And whenever you do something that's great, you get greatness in return. That's one of the laws of the universe. So the sirens are going off. That's my signal to zip it and to get off the screen. I hope you have a great time during this new moon. I hope you really get something fabulous out of it. Stick with kind of listening to what message comes through. If you would like a personal reading with me, I do personal readings where I analyze birth charts. I'm an intuitive astrologer, so I use astrology, tarot, and numerology. The divination systems I look at, and as I kind of interpret the symbols of the divination systems, I also get messages from spirit. So I include those in my readings. If you would like a reading with me, go to the website gregoryscott.com, click on the book your readings button on the front page, or the readings tab to order your reading. And in the readings themselves, I need your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth to draw up your natal chart, your birth chart. If you don't have your time of birth, then I can rectify your chart, so order a rectification so that I can work out your time of birth. It's really important, because if you don't have the time of birth, it affects all the houses in the ascendant, and it makes it far less accurate. Once I've got that information, I draw up your chart. It's a snapshot of the sky at the moment you were born. It's a blueprint of your soul. It shows me everything, and it's amazing. It shows me what your life purpose is. It shows me what your vocational aptitudes are. And I mentioned this in the other video I made today, is that I really believe that the universe gives each one of us some talent that we can use to thrive here on planet Earth. Each one of us has something within ourselves no matter how abstract or unusual or mainstream or whatever it may be, that allows us to thrive and to be independent here on this planet. So we can go into that. I can tell you what your vocational aptitudes are if you don't know yet, if you're struggling with that. I can look at what's coming up for you in love and health and career and finance and moving and family, communication, self-development, personal development, spiritual progress and development, your hopes and dreams coming true. I can answer any questions you may have. I can compare your horoscope with someone else's if you're not sure whether that person is right for you. And really, I can answer any questions about what's coming up for you in future as well. So if you would like a reading with me, then head over to the website, gregoryscott.com. If you like this video, please share it on the internet, on all your social medias. I would be ever so grateful. I don't advertise, so I rely on nice people like you who share my videos so that others know I exist. So if you would share this, I'd be ever so grateful. Yeah, because this is my reading of the new moon, and I'd like as many people as possible to hear my interpretation and see it. That makes me happy. So please share. If you like the videos in general, hit the subscribe button. You'll be notified when new videos come out. Have a very productive time during this new moon in Aquarius, and I'll speak to you soon.